Um, Advocacy's helped me have a stronger voice, learning new skills, and helping other people by being a peer advocate. And it's also been switched on to politics, and I'm a very good campaigner.
We've been talking about how self-advocacy can help people in different lives and different groups, and how they can get in touch with each other about different ways of self-advocacy and what it means. And I think it's very interesting too.
Right, so we were asking you, Carl,
Yeah,
if you would be allowed where you live
yeah,
to bring a girl back
yeah.
to stay in your room. We're talking a girlfriend, not somebody you've just met, but we're talking somebody you're starting off a relationship.
Yeah.
Would they be allowed to come home to your home and spend the night with you?
No.
Where did you say it would end up having to be? A really good expression.
Park bench.
Park bench. Now, who starts a relationship or ends it with one on the park bench?
No one.
Exactly.
Because it's not fair enough for residents.
That's what you've been told. It's not fair on the other residents. And
Yeah.
That's why you're not even allowed a girlfriend in your room.
No.
No.
Can I allow a girlfriend like in the lounge?
In the lounge, but not in your bedroom.
No.
Okay, so it ends there then, doesn't
Yeah.
it? As far as they're concerned. That's great.
What would you like to see change?
If you like have a girlfriend like in my bedroom. And
And that to be okay and accepted.
yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, so one of the things we were discussing was partnerships, and I think most of us feel that there needs to be a stronger partnership between local authorities, health, but also include private providers such as the ones that I know of in Cardiff, like Mirus and Innovate and Reach, to use their expertise, the finances that they have. They're often not available to charities, so that these organisations are all moving forward together, but not operating in a silo, so that we can all benefit from everyone's culture, and that will promote consistency and understanding, and hopefully make a real difference to the service users that we all want to help.
One of the things that I feel very strongly is that people will only have real control over their money, over their lives, when they have control over their money. And it's then they can really start discussing and making real their dreams and aspirations. So I think it's a combination of people building networks of allies with them to support them, but in reality they will have control when we have a system where people have direct payments and individual budgets. And that's when really people will start taking control individually. They will start taking control as groups, and are beginning to, because strong networks are formed in the groups, and people are advocating in groups and making their voices felt.
On this table, we've been talking about how people can enjoy fulfilling community lives. We've talked about a range of things in terms of partnership, and to do that, people need to have strong networks of people who know each other and can work effectively.
We're doing a group about celebrating what's good about work. I think what's good about work is that now that we've got a disability advisor who understands learning disabilities in the local job centres, it gives people with different disabilities more of a chance to be understood and to get more of a chance of going to work.
The main problem with companies today is that they don't support people with learning disabilities, in that they don't give them the choice of work. Just lately, I am now the rep for the place I work, and I support them in a way that I give them the chance to speak up for themselves. This gives them the chance to earn better wages, talk back to the staff in a manner that they couldn't do in the first place, and also they have a choice of work, what they can do, and that's thanks to a self-advocacy group which was being supported by All Wales People First in Bangor.
My name's Aileen Faye Parrington. I am the Welsh Bilingual Secretary for Ceredigion People First in Cardigan. I have been doing this role on and off for the past 2 years now, and I really, really enjoy it. And I think people with learning disabilities should be given more of a chance at work. People around my area aren't given enough chance if they've been diagnosed with a learning disability or a physical disability. I think more needs to be done about this, and I'm finally being given the chance to work around Christmas. This has never happened to me before, and I'm so grateful that finally I'm being understood and being given the chance to work. Thank you very much.
My name is Louise, and I've been abused in school. They flushed my head down the toilet. So I think should have training for people with teachers for abuse training to stop these crimes.
I feel as though that I'm able to go out and buy what I want, but a lot of people are having to stick within a budget, aren't they, basically? And I feel as though that one day I want to be able to kind of move out and go into my own accommodation and basically, I don't know, how do I explain it? Like, Joe was asking me how the government could actually help us with budgeting and all that, and so on and so forth. What they could do is they could try and help us more, help people with basically learning disabilities who live in like supported housing and stuff with like their budgets and what have you and stuff like that.
Hi, I'm Simon. I was talking about family life. It's really important to me because I live with my parents and my younger brother who's like me has autism. I have Asperger's syndrome, and I've been looking at for a while wondering about trying to live independently and move out of home, but it's incredibly difficult to do because there aren't any places available at the moment. My parents are now definitely willing for me to be able to live independently, but obviously it's just a bit hard at the moment, and my social worker is trying their best to find somewhere for me, but there's no places. Family life in general is good, but I do worry because my parents are a bit poorly, and my brother, I wish he had the opportunities or the desire to do some of the things that I do. I mean, I'm lucky enough to be able to travel independently and have a decent social life. I mean, it could always be better, but basically things as they are, good but could be better.
I've seen advocacy strengthen the voice of people with learning disabilities so they can achieve valued roles, and I would urge the Welsh Assembly Government to continue to fund advocacy throughout Wales.
Okay, so I think the government should be listening more to people who've got learning disabilities as well as other people. I think there has to be a more direct focus for people with learning disabilities so that they're not left ignored.
My name is David, and I'm a member of People's First in Porth, and I am a member of the All Wales National Council, and we are struggling by trying to get money, and I have got 2 ideas in my head yet, but I got more things planned on that. Thank you very much.
Okay, on our table we were talking about benefits and poverty. and we raised some significant issues about the community attitudes that people are feeling in terms of getting benefits and what the community thinks of people who are on benefits. We discussed whether we needed to have better advice and training and support to individuals and families, and there was a suggestion about how we could maybe work together to map those existing advice support services. And we also wondered whether we needed to work together to launch a campaign to try to change community attitudes, to make people realise that not everybody who receives benefits and their families are just scroungers. Some people do genuinely need the support in order to live the community lives that they enjoy.
I was telling them that I had the same resistance of them when I went into hospital, and the nurse phoned up the head service from social service to come and give me a hand and speak for me and see if I need anything to hand to speak.
Is that good or bad?
That's good.
Would you like to see it happen more often?
Yeah. People need hand to speak sometimes. Some people don't have the help I have, so they need hand to speak while in hospital.